shall be goodie box. After Morocco, I need to replace so many things in here in Almeria. Let's see, we have tubeless valves, the sealant, some Nobinic 2.8. This is my favorite tire. I cross Africa, I cross all of Europe with this tire. Tomato Almeria Badlands official, 750 kilometers, over 1600,000 meters of elevation gain. On a different map it was over 17,000. It will probably be over 20,000 meters of elevation gain in actuality. On paper is always less. Leaving Almeria, starting the Badlands. Clouds are lowering and lowering, going up and up. Badlands, sunset o'clock. Right now, you know. Day 2 Badlands. Greenhouses.
sit down.
A lot of climbing. I wish I was going down, but no, I'm going up. Insane, insane. You can see this monstrosity from space.
It's also came over, and it was a little hot. You know, 3 or 4 people that you feel are bringing the most pressure, even though they love him, are bringing the pressure. When I was your age, right? When Uncle Don leaves, we need to look at Angela basically like Uncle Don's a fuck.
Dahlias. I got provisions here. I spent €8.50. So current elevation 440. I was at 1800. The route follows the main road till the next village. Berha. Nothing to write home about. Let's keep going. Slowly but surely heading back in the mountains. Back on dirt. Back on dirt. Cemetery tent. I failed to camp in the cemetery because the door is locked. But this was nice enough. It's a new day, Badlands. Good spot to camp. No mosquitoes. The only place in probably like 200 kilometers that didn't have mosquitoes. I think mosquitoes, they don't like the cemetery. I think that's where I'm gonna climb tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be just as good tomorrow. Look at that. got provision, sobaos. God bless Carrefour Express.
In 50 meters, continue straight on Calle Rio.
Calle Rio. Ah, Calle Real. Calle Real, no hold on. I wonder why every road in Andalusia it's steep as fuck. Insane, fucking insane. At least this is paved. I'll be faster. I'm averaging like 45-50 kilometers a day. I'm slower than the old guy walking. Seriously. The village is called Cadiar. Nothing to write home about, but it's part of Las Alpujarras. And the most important thing is that there is a Carrefour Express. I need to make some progress because I need to arrive on Monday afternoon to Granada, otherwise I don't have a place to stay. My host leave Granada on Monday evening.
Follow this way for 3 kilometers.
Super careful crossing these little rivers. Remember on the Transnevada I fell? Timar, another charming little village of Las Alpujarras. Tell me that's not insane. Fucking hell. Wow. Wow. That was an insane climb. Insane. I think in like 2-3 kilometers was 1,000 meters. Was insane. This is Trevelez. I was here when I did the Transnevada. So there is a paved road till Trevelez. The problem is, if I remember correctly, from Trevelez to Trevelez, there wasn't much chances to camp. And it's 1 hour to the sunset, and it's about 15 kilometers to Trevelez. In Trevelez, there is no chance to camp, and then I'm not sure if the Badlands follow the route I take out of Trevelez, because that would be an insane climb as well. It would be like a couple of hours climbing, or at least 1 hour climbing before there is an opportunity to camp. So decision. Well, fuck it, let's go. I need to get closer to Granada. Trevelez. After sunset, but I got here. Now the problem is to find a place to camp. Look at that, the cemetery. But it's very close to the water, so it's humid. They didn't change the signpost. En Trevelez tocarás el cielo. In Trevelez, you're gonna touch the sky. That's where I took the picture last time. This time I have no time to stop. When I did the Transnevada, I regretted not stopping and tasting the jamón serrano, the cured ham. But this time it's too late. So it's another pass. It's incredible. The village Smells like cured ham. Unbelievable. My route out of Trevelez is slightly different than the Trans Nevada, but I think it's just cosmetic. As at the end of the village, I will be on the same route, I think, and it's bad news because there's loads of climbing before arriving to a place where I can camp. That's where I slept. Yeah, I don't do this at home. I don't think you get away with it. But I pitch my tent around midnight. I finish cooking 20 to midnight, waited a little bit. There was not much going on this road. And this morning I was up 30 minutes before the sunrise. All right. I'm leaving Trevelez finally. This morning it's gonna be tough, I was gonna say, but the next 2 days are gonna be tough. Every day is gonna be tough in this route. But in a few hours I will reach a point where I have to remove all my panniers to get the bike across a little river, kind of canyon. This is the fun part. That's where I have to go up. That's a nice drop, huh? The bike is down there now. First challenge of the day done. Now I think there is a bit of downhill, if I remember correctly. I've been going down already quite a bit because I was at 1800 and I've been going down a few kilometers already. Mana e-bike, like a kid with an e-bike. Give him heroin then. Here the climb basically started. So now I have to climb at least 35 kilometers, 36, 37, something like that. The sun is warm, but the air is quite cold, which is good at the moment. But in a few hours, when I'll be at higher elevation, I will feel probably cold. The day is good, but at 3,000 meters, you never know. There could be a cloud passing and there is a shower. It's gonna be a marathon. Long marathon today. I mean, every day. Down there is where I camped on the Trans Nevada. Where there was the waterfall. These places are so beautiful. The peak is in the cloud. Not reassuring. Not reassuring. At this junction on the Trans Nevada, you go left and you go down to the village. At here we go right on the Badlands and we get to climb to the highest point in Europe. The highest road in Europe, I think. I think it's this one.
Now take a sharp right onto Carretera Antigua GR 411 to Capilla Village.
There we go. Let's suffer. There's no way back. That was my lunch spot. I stopped a little earlier than I wanted, but there are clouds coming and going. I don't think it's gonna rain. The problem is now we are at 2000 meters and the air is quite cold. And I didn't want to stop maybe at 2500 or something and then having to dress up just to eat. Look at the soil around some of the trees. That's the work of wild boars.
No, ownership stay out of the way.
Apparently, the cars are not allowed through. Pista de acceso restringido a vehículo motor. So this trail is the access to this trail is restricted to vehicle with a motor. So guys with the e-bikes cannot come here. The e-bike has a motor. 2250. Have to climb another 1000 meters vertically, 1 kilometer vertically. It's getting chilly actually. What a view, what a view. It's a bit hazy towards the sea, but the blue behind these mountains is the ocean, the Mediterranean Sea. Let's keep on going. Still a long way to go. I think that's my line. Still going up, still going up. Still 5 hours to sunset. Interesting. The road gets a little wilder from here. There is a rifugio down there. I'm gonna check my map. It's a new route of the Trans Nevada. It's called Trans Nevada H. It goes down here. It's probably more interesting than the one I did. But yeah, no. You need to go straight. Let's keep on going. I think it's another 10 kilometers of climbing before I get to the top. But I checked the map, there is a rifugio there. There is one before and there is one there. So definitely I can push till there tonight. No shame in pushing sometimes. Still need to get up there, huh? Fucking hell. Never ending climb. That's it, I'm putting my foot down and leave my mark. How about that? Can't believe there is a little down here. It's not a lot, but I'll take it, fuck it. There is a bivouac there. Now it's gonna be quite chilly because the sun is gone. It's gone. I'll get here. And yeah, it will be chilly. There's lots of snow around as well. We are at 3,050 meters of elevation gain. Sorry, we are at the altitude of 3,050 here. Still have about 200 meters more to climb. Okay, let's hope no rocks will fall now. It's only a small part. Back to the sun for a little bit. Not sure how much, but it's nice to be kissed by the sun. I think around here, oh look at that. That's the rifugio. This is rifugio number 1, but I will continue. There are people at the rifugio, like so there will be people at the other rifugio as well. If there are people, I'm not gonna stop. I'm really surprised there are real people here. The highest road in Europe. I'm on top of this peak. I think the top of the highest road in Europe should be there. Don't think you see anything because of the sun, but it is there. Some rocks just fell over there, which is not too reassuring. Beautiful is beautiful. I start to get a bit tired now. If I could get to the rifugio, it'd be nice as well. And I'm getting cold. My hands are getting cold. Let's see what's the view from here. That's some view. My hands are freezing. The last thing I needed, pushing into the snow. It's only a small bit. It's only a small bit. Fucking hell. Thank God it's only a small bit. Look, there is a mountain goat on top of the refugio. That's fucking insane. If this is not the highest point, I'll just kill myself.
Take the next slight right.
What the fuck? Come on. I guess that's a sunset, guys. You can come here by car, I would imagine. I don't know what's the situation here. But there is a refugio here. Look at the mountain goat. Insane sunset. Insane. Hello, buddy. This is so close. Less than 10 meters. The refugio was a bit crowded and they were already sleeping. So I decided I will keep going for a while. See if I can descend a bit. I think it goes down very rapidly and I can camp somewhere at some point. If I go down 1,000 meters, it shouldn't be so cold. It is paved. That's why it's called the highest road of Europe. It's actually a bit safer going down if it's paved. I mean, paved. Bits and pieces. There are some craters here and there. The view is spectacular, spectacular view. I guess that's Granada. Let's keep going down into the darkness, cause that's it. I'm fucking crazy. Meh. Meh. It's getting a bit dark now. Should I turn on my headlight? Maybe not. I can still see the road, barely. This was my camp. I slept here. I arrived here, I think it was 11 o'clock. Or by the time I put my tent up it was 11 o'clock, but it was pretty late. I almost camped in the forest there. I really wanted to get the lower as possible because the temperature was going up. The lower you go, the higher the temperature. But it took a while to descend. It's a long descent. And then at some point, I saw a sign for Guejar Sierra, that village. And that is the road that I took when I went to Guejar Sierra on the Transnevada. And I remember that there was a visitor center, it's this one. The last time I came, the visitor center was closed, and it's closed even now, I think. But I remember this. So perfect. Stealth camping, with a roof and concrete and clean floor. It doesn't get any better than this. So today, next stop is Granada. Now, Granada is just down there. It's a 20-kilometer descent, but the route of the Badlands goes up and down somewhere, and it will take me about 40 kilometers, 45 kilometers. It's the same trail of the Transnevada. I'm loving these places, Transnevada, Badlands. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful roads. Last kilometer of climbing before descending to Granada, I think. Can't wait. Can't wait. I am on top. I am on top. And that mountain there, that's the top where I was yesterday, last night. $3,250. About 10 kilometers to Granada. I am leaving Granada. The Alhambra is at my back. I was in town a few days, I chilled. My friends came. I did a bit of touristy things. And now I'm back on the Badlands. But I will stop at a warm shower host very soon. I wanna rest a couple of days more. I need to edit a video for YouTube actually. Granada is my favorite city in Spain, by far, by far. Such a nice place. It rained a lot, which I was glad I was not on the road. Such a beautiful place above Granada for picnics and stuff. Nice, very nice. I think I made it to my destination.
Your destination is on the right.
On the right. On the left. The bike is parked. And I'm in warm shower host outside Granada, about 10 kilometers outside Granada. It's a little oasis next to the river. See the river down there? So you can take a dip in the river. There are figs. There's a little orchard. You can also do a presentation of your project. Yeah, there is this big kind of conference Could be a conference room, no? And these are the quarters where the cyclist could stay. So David, the warm shower host, he wants to turn these into a casa de ciclista. Here there is a roof, you can store your bike. And we come in here, there is a washing machine, at the moment it's not hooked up, shower, toilet. There are some solar panels on the roof for the electricity and for the hot water. There is running water, there is a gas stove. There is running water, but the water is from the river, so they have tanks with potable water. So that's it. It needs a bit of work. So if anyone wants to come to stay for a few days, you're more than welcome to come. Everybody are welcome. If you stay longer, they need some help with turning these into a proper casa de ciclista. There is a mezzanine here, so there could be some beds up there. I put my tent here, so I slept in a tent. But there is a fire stove for the winter, so it needs a bit of work. So if anyone wants to come and stay even a month or 2 months here and help out and do some work, you're very welcome. Pinos Gentil, I think, is the village, but it's 6 or 7 kilometers outside Granada. And from the village here, you can take a bus that takes you into the city if you want to visit the city. And the full name of the host is David Fernandez Romero. And that's another big dam in Andalusia. Guejar Sierra. So this is where we are, Guejar Sierra. I cut this part. It's only a few kilometers. So Granada is here. I did like this, and then I went down to my warm shower host. So there was no point to go back up, and I cut this bit on top of the hill, basically. And now we follow up the Sierra this way and go down these valleys. And they are the same of the Transnevada. So if you watch the Transnevada videos, this party will be basically the same. The climb is quite long from the village. Is about almost 11 kilometers, and it's this side of the mountain is paved, but it's still a tough climb. This is where I camped when I did the Transnevada down there. Good spot. Very good spot. And the first available since you leave the village. Almost 4 kilometers in. I remember it was almost dark when I found this spot. 6 kilometers to go to the Cumbre. I think it's not actually this one, but there is a hill behind, because you go around. Yeah. Cherries, 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 cherries. Finally made it to the top. Exhausting. Here is the bit where there is the dogs. The instructions for the dogs. Perros de guarda. Well, now it's time to enjoy the descent till the dogs at least. Muka, ciao Muka. Moo. Moo. This is something that doesn't make sense to me. They paved a few kilometers the road, I remember from the last time. But before and after is unpaved, so what's the point? there is a gate there, and usually the dogs are in this field with the sheep, but I don't see them. Inside the gate, another signpost to be careful with the dogs. There are no sign of dogs. The last time they were here with the sheep, but today no dogs, no sheep. Oof, they are close to the house. Bummer, because that's a bit uphill, the road. I don't see any dogs yet. Okay, I think the danger of the dog is past now. Phew! No dogs today. These roads have no secret to me anymore. I know them meter by meter. There is a little village here where there's a little bar. I stopped there last time to charge my power bank, so I will stop a couple of hours even today so that I don't cycle in the hottest hours. Take a cold Coke. I chilled a few hours at the bar, and I'm a bit upset because I lost one of my bottles, and I lost the one that was in better condition. This one is a bit beaten. It fell a few times off some ravines in the Transnevada because it was tied to the anything cage with a Velcro, and the Velcro was failing. This one, I don't know. I think I heard a noise, but I looked back and I didn't see the bottle, so I just kept going. And I'm a bit upset because those things are a bit expensive, and now I have less capacity. Maybe in 30 kilometers I get to another village, and I hope there is a shop and I can buy a bottle of water, a plastic one, so I can carry some more water. This village is very small. There isn't a grocery shop. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but shit happens when you're on the road. To be honest, it's the first time that I lose these big bottles ever since I started using them in Patagonia. It got stolen in Uganda once outside a shop. Yes, that's true. It got stolen. Yeah, it stopped in a shop when I was trying to get to a national park, and I took a Coke, and those two kids stole the bottle. There are not many places I cycled twice. None in the Americas, none in Africa. In Europe, one bit in Germany, and a little bit in Norway and Finland. Then I got to Andalusia. There are many places I cycled twice.
Take the next right.
But this particular bit of road, I did it 3 times. When I got to Murcia, on the Transnevada, and now on the Badlands. Puerto de los Blancares. 3 times.
Turn right onto path.
So now, instead of enjoying the descent, let's turn right and go back on the trail. When I did the Trans-Nevada, I didn't meet anyone doing the Trans-Nevada. But now I'm doing the Badlands, and I'm not meeting anyone doing Badlands nor Trans-Nevada. And it's like June. It should be very popular. I don't know why. I guess people like to do paved roads. That's where I'm heading. Soon I will leave the Sierra and go down to the desert of Gorafe. Even the desert of Gorafe I already did. And I did the Parque of Cazorla. I love this place. Such a nice place. So beautiful. What is not on the route, it will be a 4 or 5 kilometers detour, but there is a Mercadona in Guadix. I think there is another few kilometers going up and down a bit, and then I should be able to descend for a while. Mirador, Peña Bermeja. Tomorrow, then up the mountains, the Sierra de Baza, then Tabernas, then Cabo de Gata, then Almeria. Oh, look, so beautiful, the Sierra Nevada. Beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful Sierra Nevada. La Pesa, where I slept when I did the Trans-Nevada. There is an albergue of Pellegrinos. And yeah, they didn't want me to sleep there because I'm not a Pellegrino. But this time I'm not going down.
Take the next right.
Following the route straight away. This bit is exactly the same as the Trans-Nevada. Exactly the same. Yeah, there is a bit that is paved. Now up. It's getting hot. Today 34 degrees. So I don't understand why they paved this less than a kilometer. For what? What's the point? Mystery of Spain. Randomly paving 2 kilometers here, 2 kilometers there, with no logic. This is where we leave the same route of the Trans-Nevada. The Trans-Nevada straight. Badlands left. This is new. There is a village coming up. Hopefully I can buy a bottle of water. Nice little church. I might stop here for a little break, especially if there is water or a place to sit. Oh, look at this. Oh, a bench in the shade. God bless God. What do I see there? A fountain. Jackpot. Bad news, I check on Google Map, there is no grocery store on this village. And on the next village, the grocery store is probably very small and it's closed on Saturday afternoon. Beautiful. Be developed but beautiful. The next village has 2 supermarkets. On Saturday they close at 2 o'clock. I do really not understand why in Spain shops close on Saturday afternoon. All of them. I mean, it's the day that people are off. They can go around shopping, spend money, and you close the shops. What's the point to have a shop if when the people are free, you close it? Anyway, I arrive to the next village and I can take a little detour of 3-4 kilometers, get to Guadix, and on this side of the city there is Lidl and it closes at 10, so it's fine. Fucking hell, these fucking walls. They are doing my head in. Started to be tired. End of the day. Brutal. Brutal. Straight up. I'm almost there. I'm almost to the cross. I need to suffer another 200 meters probably. Fucking hell. But not even 1 kilometer. Like a fucking wall. There is a mirador over there. And let's get going because it'd be nice to get to Lidl before it closes. I'm taking a little detour to get to Lidl in Guadix. I will go to Mercadona. No, I have a choice of Mercadona and Lidl, but Lidl is closer. Mercadona is a kilometer further, so Lidl it is. Actually, Lidl is better. Buena. Success. I got the bottle of water, a 2-liter bottle of water at Lidl, but it's a bit big, so hopefully it doesn't bother my heel.
Tour is being adjusted.
I got some bread for tomorrow as well. Tomorrow the shops are closed. Everything is closed. We got camembert and some dry fruits. Now I'm going back to my original route. It's a couple of kilometers till the next village, and then I'm on my original route of the Badlands. I just need to cross this village, then I find
In
a
60 meters at the
place to
intersection,
camp.
take a slight
In this village, actually, there is a warm shower host, but I messaged him yesterday, he didn't answer. Buenos dias. That's where I slept last night at the end. Very, very tired. I got here, that was pitch dark. It's good. Good and quiet, a little humid because it rained the last few days. I didn't eat anything for breakfast, but in 4 kilometers there might be a church. So I'm hoping there is some water. But yeah, back on the road. Badlands. This is my breakfast opportunity. Can't see any fountain though. No water. Finish breakfast. It's time to hit the road, but look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm feeling a bit lazy today, so it's about 30 kilometers to Gorafe, and then I think I'll chill a few hours there. Today it's gonna be really hot, and believe it or not, tonight it might rain. When it rains, those roads are impossible to ride. That's really muddy, it sticks to everything. I need to follow this riverbed for about 8 kilometers. It's quite slow, because the sand is, the gravel is quite sandy. I think I got on top from the river up. This climb was tough for me. I think today I'm not gonna do many kilometers. I don't know. I can't really ride today, and I'm using way too much water. I need to slow down my drinking. I'm down to less 3 liters of water. I don't think until I get to Gorafe, I don't think there is any water. Yeah, the trail actually goes straight. There is a village and some houses down there on the right, but I think it's quite a bit of a detour, so let's just follow blindly the trail. Maybe at some point or another I'll run into a farm. Fucking stray dogs. I mean, it rained until like 2 days ago. So there is grass, even on the hills. There is still a tiny bit of water in the riverbed. There is like a thermal resort, a church there. I chilled a few hours. Well, I think almost 4 hours. 3 and a bit. Today is very hot. Let's go to the mirador. The line in the middle of the mountain is the discordancia angular. So the line is because below it belongs to a certain era, and then above there was an erosion, and what's above now it pertained to a different era. So it's different sediments of the sea. Here there was the sea at some point. Gorafe, the village that gives the name to the surrounding desert. Look at this. Very good dinner. Very good. Tortellini, very, very good. Now I'm cleaning up. Tortellini were good. Great early dinner. And I treated myself. I went to the bar and I had a Coke. Now it's time to climb out of Gorafe. Here's Desierto de Gorafe, el desierto de las estrellas. The desert of the stars. In Gorafe there are loads of houses that are in the caves. Las cuevas. Cueva tranquila. The quiet cave. Yeah, we officially left the village. Look how many houses in the caves. I wonder how cold they are in the winter and humid. Made it on top of Gorafe. Another hill climb. Short but steep. Today I will camp quite early, not like last night that I camped. It was pitch dark. It was probably, I don't know, 10:30 by the time I camped, setting up camp. Yeah, it was too late. My campsite for the night. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this place. Amazing. Last night I didn't really sleep much because by the time I finished eating was almost midnight. I had a chat with these guys. I waited till it was a bit dark because there were people coming to see the sunset. Yeah, it was a bit later than I wanted when I went to bed and I fell asleep. Then I woke up around 1:30 and I couldn't sleep. So then I was looking at the Milky Way and I was like, it's warm, fuck it. Let me take some picture of the Milky Way because usually I don't like to get up, get outside my tent because it's usually cold. But now it's 20 degrees at night, so it's good. I got out of my tent and tried to get some pictures. Beautiful. Last view. Now I'm going down and come back up there. It's gonna be, I don't know, 20-30 kilometers. The first sure chance to resupply water, it will be in 32 kilometers. So basically the end of the day. Yeah? The day is gonna be very challenging, very hot. But let's make the most out of it. Look at this. Look at this. What a paradise. What a view. Such a wonderful part of the world. Beautiful, beautiful. Just beautiful. What a view. Last year I stopped here and I took some good pictures. Andalusia is incredible. Very, very beautiful. Remember that one? The cave I visited?
Follow this way for 100 meters.
But I will have to go up the other way. Beautiful. I'm going to the mirador here. I'm at the bottom of the canyon inside the river. So now it's all climbing till I finish the loop of Gorafe. Another 1 kilometer going down here, and as soon as I turn left, right, they will be climbing. Reverse. Yeah, I remember even the last time I had to do this, to go around these rocks, because my panniers won't fit through there. Okay, this year rain created a bit of a problem. Now, not sure if the right choice is to stay on the left side or the right side. Let's go right and see what happens. Oh wow, this is rosemary, wild rosemary, like in Morocco. Must have rained a lot this year, because that thing didn't exist a few months ago. So this is where this river and canyon connects to this river and this other canyon, and it's the same route I did last year. Exactly the same route, the last part of Gorafe. So now I'll follow up a little bit this canyon, then the road turn left, and it's a hell of a climb. I remember struggling last year. I was towards the end of the day, but it was really tough going. The part in the canyon was much longer than I remembered. But now we start the long climb back to Gorafe. Very long climb. Well, about 10 kilometers. But very steep. I don't know, 1 kilometer, less than 1 kilometer. Look how high I am already. Exhausting and hot, very hot. Oh, that's my line. Wow. That's La Casa del Desierto. And on the right side where I camped. I think another 7-8 kilometers to be back at the junction of Gorafe. Beautiful. Oh, what the fuck is going on? They paved the road, at least part of it. Why would you pave the road that leads to nothing? There are no properties. For fuck's sake, what's the reason? It was so beautiful. Fucking oh, come on. This is bullshit. Seriously, what's the fucking point? To build a highway in the desert of Gorafe? How to ruin the national park? Who needs a fucking highway? I'm on top. I left the desert of Gorafe. I'm actually already a few kilometers ahead, but the clip I took when I was arriving on top was 30 minutes long. I forgot to turn off the GoPro. I had to delete it. Anyway, now water should be in 10 kilometers. To be honest, I thought it was a bit closer. It's getting cloudy. I chilled in this bar restaurant. I'm going on the other side of the motorway and head to the village of Gor. Bienvenidos a la villa de Gor. I'm in Gor. Now, let's find the supermarket. The owner of the supermarket asked me, "Are you doing the Badlands?" It's the first one that knows this route. I waited a little bit to ponder if I should stay or go. It might rain. There might be a storm at 8 o'clock. Let's see. See, on this side, the weather is not looking too good. Let's see what's going to happen. I think if it rains, it's in 1 hour, a nice violent storm. Beautiful and dramatic landscape. With sort of a ravine on the left and rocky terrain on the right. The bike is waiting there, and this is where I think I'm gonna sleep. There is more thunders. I think I'll be fine here. Last night I didn't sleep much, so tonight I wanna camp early, cook, and sleep early. So it's about 50 minutes to the sunset. I think this is gonna be quite quiet. And yeah, you can hear the rain might arrive in 1 hour, so this is La Casa del Forestal. So it was the forest guard used to live here. Good morning. It was a good night actually. I slept like a baby because the previous night I didn't sleep much, and I'm all packed. I'm all packed and ready to go. I made some tortellini last night. Tortellini this morning. I need to dispose this. Last night it rained a little bit at the end. It would have been enough to piss me off if I didn't have a roof. So all good. Today is gonna be a long day, but in 6-7 kilometers there is a village, so I can load up in water. And yeah, beautiful day today. It might rain tomorrow. Back on the road, Badlands. Always climbing or descending, but it feels more climbing. I just left the little village. I stopped for a Coke, and the old lady at the bar told me at the top of this hill there is a spring. I can get water. So I was gonna load up on water, but I didn't. I'm currently at 1500 meters. Today I will arrive to about 2000, I think. The spring that the old woman at the bar told me, it's dry. Never trust an old lady that haven't left her bar in like 60 or 70 years. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. There should be another spring in those fucking mountains, no? Well, on this one probably not, but maybe in the next one. Look at that, Refugio Prados del Rey. I was here. Remember when I did the Sierra of Baza? And I passed through there, and I think I went up this way, so it's the road that I'm taking now. And I remember a couple of kilometers up the road, there is a spring. I mean, they all look the same, these fucking roads, but I think I'm right. I think another 2-3 kilometers and there is a spring on the left. Finger crossed. It's not on my map, but I'm using Komoot, and Komoot is shit to sign water places and refugio and things like that. But there is no connection, so I cannot check Pocket Art or other maps, so finger crossed. But I think there is, and I remember that water tasted really good. Also the spring your woman from the bar suggested, it was also fenced. I mean, not that I care that much that it's fenced. If I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty. There's no fence stopping me. I think people in Europe should start to use a bit more overlander, guys. Put water points and shelters, places where you can camp with a roof on overlander. I don't know why in Europe it's not that popular. Troubles. A family of wild boars. Yeah, you better go away. You're not the trouble. I'm the trouble. This is the spring, I think. Yeah. I have very, very bad memory. Very bad memory. But I do remember where to get fucking water. Yes. Yes. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. I remember this. I remember I put my bike exactly here. Look at the quality of this water. Will make me wanna jump in. So good. While at the spring, I thought I'd do some cryotherapy. This is very, very, very cold. As you can see, I made a basement with rocks, so for the next people, if they are my height, they can enjoy this freezing water. I rinse my clothing a little bit. I'll be here a little bit. I decided I'll do my lunch here. So today it's very slow morning. I rinsed my clothes. I didn't use any detergent. I have a biodegradable detergent to use in nature, but it wouldn't be fair for the people that wanna use the pool. I mean, even just to go in with your legs. Also, there are some animals, some frogs. Well, the previous state of being a frog. And yeah, so I just rinsed. There will be some of my sweat there, but at least there is no chemical. What a great spot. My legs feel like new after being deep in that cold water. I don't know where this water comes from, but it's so cold and it's so good. I decided to have lunch here. I feel very lazy, but yeah, I should get going, yeah. I could stay here all day. Such a great spot. That was a very, very satisfying break. Had lunch as well. Drank loads of water. I put the place on iOverlander for posterity. It's almost 3 o'clock. Now I need to put in some work and pedal for the next 6 hours. Down there, the Sierra Nevada. Some clouds, Nothing to worry about so far. But man, what an incredible route. Badlands, beautiful, beautiful, diverse. Very tough, very tough. Loads of climbing, a lot of climbing. Brutal climbing, I would say. Oh my God. Look at this territory. So nice. Look at this. Look at this. I almost wish this was my last ride, you know? What do you want more from life? Today is a beautiful day to die. Although, I'd rather arrive in Almeria so I can say I complete the Badlands. These are territories that I already know. But what's coming next? I don't know. The Desierto of Tabernas. It's where they shot the spaghetti western movies back in the day. So yeah, a lot more to look forward from Badlands. And then after Tabernas, Cabo de Gata. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course. Of course. Fucking hell. Alright, this is the best I could do. When I get to Almeria, I will have to drill out this bolt and then, yeah, fuck it. Looks very different here. Let's hope my fix will last till Almeria. Wouldn't that be nice? I wonder what this is. I don't recognize these bushes. I wonder if they are an alien species or they are originally from this place. They're popping up everywhere. On the road even. A little bit overdeveloped. So far so good. I had to do a little upgrade and put a piece of wood so that the anything cage wouldn't twist inside. Oh wow, what's this? Pave road? Alright. Very unexpected. I'm back in the province of Almeria. Provincia de Almeria. Till here it was paved. Then you go to Almeria and it's a shitty pavement. There is no money in Almeria. Alright, I made it. I made it on top. Now I'll descend a bit and then up and down the whole day. There is an observatory down there. It's a very different landscape, this part of Almeria. Look at the cows running free. It's not even fenced. I was going down on the paved road and I saw this dirt road and I said to myself, let me check the map. And of course, Komoot shut off the navigation. If you don't connect to the internet, every now and then Komoot shuts off for some reason. And since last night, I'm off the grid. But beautiful, just beautiful. Badlands. I wonder how they control the cows. There's no fencing, there's no electric wire. Look at the observatory there. I need to be careful now because I don't have turn-by-turn navigation. So every time there is a different trail, I need to check if I'm still on the right path. Great landscape though, great. Look, one of those giant crickets, very similar to the ones in Morocco. Look at that. The other farm had cows running around, no fence, no control. Here they fenced everything. And there aren't even animals. The day is winding down. 1 hour and 20 minutes to sunset, more or less. The beauty of the Badlands isn't winding down though. A cherry farm, too bad it's fenced. Alright, I ate so many cherries. Let's see if this road leads to somewhere I can come to. Not too shabby. I think I can camp here. The sun is about to set. Tent is pitch. The moon is up. And we have the view on the province of Almeria. The Sierra Nevada is behind there. Tortellini time. I'll see you in the morning. Buenos dias. Good morning. It was a great morning until I decided to leave my tent. I was bare-chested and I was attacked by 1 or 2 bees. I got stung on my back, and then I don't know if a bee can stung twice, but I think it was the same bee. It stung me on my back, and then it stung me here. I don't know. You should see there is a bump here. I was able to remove the little thing. Anyway, I'm cooking my tortellini, my breakfast, and packing up now. I stopped by the cherry trees before hitting the road. I have about 1 kilo of cherries here. The road now keeps going up till we get to a pass in about 6 kilometers, I think. 6-7 kilometers. Calar Alto, it's the name of the pass. 1 kilometer to the top. And look at that, the observatory that I was seeing yesterday from far away. Last night at the end, I was asleep. I didn't get out of my tent for the Milky Way. It was a bit too chilly. But I was woke up by a deer at 3 a.m. He kept making loads and loads of noise around the tent. I think he was not very happy. This is the pass. Puerto de Callar Alto, 2,154. Yeah, nothing to write home about. I'll take a picture, but this is nothing compared to the 3,250 in above Granada. That's the biggest. There are 3 or 4. I think long descent. Long descent. But first cherries. Cherries.
Encourage you to perhaps illustrate it.
Probably more than 1 kilo.
The question perhaps that I could ask.
And very nicely
Fair to say
black.
that the experience.
Maybe I had too much cherries. I don't know. There were a lot. There was a spring, I got water, all good. Balsa Fuente Moreta. This is where we leave the paved road again for the trail. you really feel the difference in temperature between here and up there at the observatory. It's getting hot. I thought I was going downhill, but I just realized I need to climb 10 kilometers now. The problem is I probably arrive to the village when the shops are closed. What do we have there? A family of cherry trees. Look how many. I wonder though if they are, they might be sour wild cherries. I'm gonna go and check it out. Really good cherries. They don't become black, so they are fully ready now, and they are sweet with a hint of sour. Now long descent, hopefully. I always say that, and then the descent is always interrupted.
I take a bite. You taste like apple sour sweet. I kinda like my crunchy boys gluten free. I know you're sensitive.
Not the most enjoyable descent, but at least not climbing. The descent is terrible. You can't really enjoy it. Lots of rocks. You can't go any fast. I need to rest. My hands hurts from the braking. What do we have here? A mulberry tree. Nice. It's 6:25. I left the village. I had to chill a few hours to cool down and to wait for the supermarket to open. The supermarket open at 6. Today I think I will do a little bit more mileage because it was mostly downhill the most part of the day, the first part of the day, and now I'm not sure where I'm going, to be honest. Next is the desert of Tabernas, but I'm not actually sure when, if I arrive there already today or this is already in Tabernas. I am not sure. Yeah, this is a dead end, I think. This is weird. You go through private property, I had to open and close, I don't know. These are the leftover of the production of zucchini courgettes. As you can see, it's a mix of plastic and organic matter that is rotting here, and then at some point I will just burn it. Very strange that the Badlands goes through this farm with a gate quickly out of the development and farming area back into the wild, I would say. It is hot today. What's this bullshit now? Prohibido el paso. That's how prohibido is the paso. Look. That's it. Prohibido el paso. Come on, prohibido el paso. You know, even the people that put together the Badlands, I don't know why they make you go through places where you're not supposed to go. Anyway, it's beautiful here, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful and illegal. Highly illegal. Look at the rabbit. Wild rabbit. Would it not be nice to camp here? Beautiful. I'm loving it. This morning, not so much, but here it's amazing again. Badlands, amazing. Amazing and illegal. Still highly illegal. Oh la la. A railway in the middle of nowhere. Reminds me those Western movies. And in fact, this is the area where they shot loads of spaghetti Western movie. I think I need to cross the railway now. Okay, it wasn't too difficult. Very safe, very safe. Well, at least I'm not illegal anymore. Holy moly. I think the view is gonna get interesting very soon. Oh la la, there is water. Water. Water in the desert. I wonder if these old villages, they were in any movie. Any spaghetti Western movie. This canyon really looks like a Western movie. Very sandy as well. Very fine sand, very difficult to cycle. Oof. I need to get into, I don't know why. Maybe they were hoping it was gonna rain and it would compact. So hard. This is a very recent job. Man, it's 10 kilometers of these rivers. It's very difficult to cycle. The sand is very tough. My wheels sink into this sand. On the sides is okay because it's mud. It's dry mud. Maybe I'm out of the canyon. I am out of the canyon. It was starting to becoming a bit too much sand. Ooh. I was sweating so much in that canyon. A train just went by. So it should be safe for me to cross. Man. Wow, look at those caves. I wonder what epic movie was shot here. You can smell history. It's either that or there is a rotten animal. Wow. Fuente Santa. This is the train. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. This is what I call a problem. This could be tricky. This little part here could be tricky with the panniers. Ian just swam by a few minutes ago, but there might be another one. Okay, one is done. This one is a dead binary, but let's try to do as quick as possible. Also, this one is not used.
Next, keep right.
Okay. First part of the problem is done, I would say. Now either I remove the panniers or not. Fuck it, let's remove them. Now the idea is to push the bike up without falling down. I mean, it would be the bike that falls down, not me, hopefully. There's not much space. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. I don't have much grip. Okay, I'm gonna leave the bike here, go down for the panniers. Alright, I'm out of the station. That was some effort. It's going up. Hike a bike. Oh, come on, fuck me. Fuck me. Brutal, brutal. Leave no trace. All packed and ready to go. Sierra de Tabernas. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful landscape. Very nice. Night was had here. Very nice campsite. Had food. Last night I had tortellini. This morning I made myself some sandwiches. And yeah, I'm off to go. I love deserts. The desert of Tabernas. It's a little more humid than I would like to. Yeah. So now I'm about 20 kilometers away from the village of Tabernas itself. When I get there, I'll chill a little bit and do some planning. Ah, beautiful. Very, very beautiful. This is like Morocco. Another few years and these places are gonna be very difficult to pass with a loaded bike, because then the canyons, small, tiny, micro canyon, gets deeper and deeper. This place is unbelievable. like any desert, I should say. A bit suicidal here, huh? No dignity, but better to be safe than sorry. It's like 1 centimeter between my bike falling down the ravine. 1 centimeter. If it falls down, I'm not gonna try to catch it. I think I made it. Fucking grass pushing me off the bike. I think I'm not the only one that had a little challenge here. Someone lost his water bottle there, didn't even bother. Going back for my pannier. At least it was downhill. Not climbing up these fucking rocks. Yeah, stuck in the rock. Oh, this bit is exhausting, really. Man, it's not too complicated, but finca las millas, prohibido el paso, propiedad privada. Fuck you. A big fuck you. Yeah, like it's forbidden. So in the middle of the desert, I go back. Fuck you. Let's be reasonable. You cannot forbid something like this. The right of way, come on. These roads, they've been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. That's bullshit. Come on, it's bullshit. Bullshit they fence the road. Come on. It's really unfair. They're not gonna take this land in your fucking grave. And at least now we're going a little bit more fluid. Although I expect another fence somewhere. For sure there will be another fence. Another thing that slightly upsetting me at the moment is that ever since the other night I took a time lapse of my pitching my tent, and I forgot to change the setting in the GoPro. So all the hyper lapses I took yesterday, they are basically time lapses. So they are gonna be useless. I won't be able to use them for my videos. It can be legal to stick a fence in the middle of the desert. Come on. Let's be realistic now. If you wanna be a douchebag, that's okay, but it can be legal in any country. But what do you expect from someone that bought this land only to turn it into a hunting reserve, you know? It's not even a reserve. They just want to come here and hunt and not be bothered by fucking cyclists. Luckily, it's not hunting season. Otherwise, these fucking assholes, they might shoot at you. How much of an asshole do you have to be to put bees where people could pass? All right, I decided to take a different route. I don't want to remove the pannier again and maybe find another couple of fans. Fuck it. I will follow this river on the left, and it's gonna be a little longer, and I will end up maybe a kilometer southern there where I want it, or where is the original trail, and it's gonna be a little harder to pedal if there is loads of sand. Hopefully not. That's it. It is sandy. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. See? It's sand. Sometimes you sink into it.
You have left the tour. Take a look at the map.
The problem of following fucking rivers. The problem of following the rivers. Fucking hell. Look, there is a deer on the other side. 2 deers. That's like 3 meters. You can see the scale of my pannier. Fucking hell. I know. Davide, you're an idiot. You should have done this, you should have done that. Well, I did what I could do with the little I could do. The problem is I didn't expect the front wheel to get stuck there. Maybe I should have come down with the back wheel first. Yeah, it is what it is. No major damage though. Nothing I can see it's been damaged. So all in all, success. I can work with this river. This is something I can work with. Just need to get down into the river. I made it. That was some work. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I should follow this road, but as you can see, there is water running. So there is still water in the river. I don't think it's a good idea, because it's either very muddy or very sandy and you sink in. And I see there is lots of water, bits and pieces. There are little pools of water. I need to decide what to do. I will go up a few kilometers this way and then I will jump back on the trail. Look at that, Netflix new location. They are scouting for a Western moving probably. German registration plate. And the guy, I was stopped messing with changing the battery of my GoPro. He stopped and he asked me if I needed anything. That's the way to behave. So I'm back on the trail and I'm a few kilometers outside Tabernas now. Very touristy. Past a couple of theme parks about Western Hollywood movies. I'm overheating at the moment. 3 o'clock. It's time to take a few hours off. Back on the road. Desierto de Tabernas. I'm leaving the Desierto of Tabernas. I got to chill at someone's house. I will take this road for a few kilometers, turn right, and I'll be back on the Badlands that I left to have a shower and also wash my clothes, because it was a bit disgusting. We're back on the earth. Slowly but surely tackling the mountain. Wonderful day to ride because it's hot and humid, but it's overcast. So nice. Nice because it's so hot, so humid. It's mostly the humidity, to be honest. I got a bit higher, but now the climbing really starts. Starting to do some little hairpins. Yeah. Now it's officially on. Very big solar plant. It's a long climb, eh? Longer than I thought. But now I'm close to the top. Another 2 kilometers and I'm done. This should be the top. What? There's a paved road here? All right. I guess it's a smooth descent. There was only a few kilometers paved. Now we turn right and we get to this trail. I have 14 kilometers to a town where I can stop for some food. I might chill an hour or two. As I mentioned already a few times, most of the woods in Andalusia are not natural, but are just reforestation. But I would like to know who had the good idea to plant these trees. Like, there seems to belong nothing with the territory. At least these ones are a little better, no? Going down finally. I would hope it's all downhill till the village now. Almost made it to Nihar. I hope I didn't butcher the name, but I'm pretty sure I did. We don't have the J in the Italian alphabet, and we don't have that sound. It's very weird to me. We don't have the Jota.
Take the next left.
Ruta del Agua. Don't think there is much water to follow around here. I am leaving Nihar. Nihar? So yeah, here I turn left, hit the trail, and hopefully the ride is gonna be nice, not through all the greenhouses, but we need to get to those mountains, and there is the natural park of Cabo de Gata. No comments. Piles and piles of plastic around the greenhouses. No comment. They're everywhere, yeah. They're everywhere. Kilometers and kilometers. Maybe they are even organic farms. Look, if I'm not kidding, they're every fucking where. Look, even tires. Fucking hell. Seriously, fucking hell. And the wind takes it everywhere. Yeah, what's the point to show it in every fucking episode now? I thought I was gonna be faster, but it's full of these walls, and yeah, I'm sweating like a beast. Those walls are one after the other after the other. The smell of this plastic decomposing slowly in the burning sun. I need to cross these little mountains to get to the coast. There are thousands of rabbits, thousands. Look, there are two there, but there are thousands. They have no predators here, so of course they reproduce like rabbits. Look how many. Getting closer and closer to Cabo de Gata. Eight o'clock. I wonder if I should camp on this side of the hill or go down to the coast. Even Cabo de Gata is very nice. The connection between Tabernas and Cabo de Gata, a little bit less. Here there are loads of mines, tunnels. Very sandy. El poblado minero de San Diego. Oh, there is gold here. I think I find a place to camp. Look at this. Dry mud. Perfect, perfect. Full moon. Almost full moon. It's not totally full. This is where I'm gonna pitch my tent. I'm waiting till it's dark because the little road is over there. It's a dirt road in a national park. It's a natural park, or maybe it's a national park, I don't know. So I don't think anybody will pass by, but you never know. My dragonfly is cooking tortellini, and at some point I will put lentils with vegetables. Pretty good dinner, and I have sobaos as dessert. Beautiful moon, beautiful moon. This is where they were mining gold, so maybe I might dig something up tonight, find some gold. Beautiful, beautiful. Badlands, beautiful during the day, beautiful during the night. I'll see you in the morning, guys. Good night. Buenos dias. Leave no trace, all packed. Badlands, last day of this wonderful route. Hopefully. I need to get to Almeria today, actually. It's either today or nothing. Yeah. Peaceful night. Pretty peaceful. Cabo de Gata, Badlands. Very, very beautiful. Bit rough, but beautiful. It's good to check out the sea. And this, I don't remember the name, maybe San Jose? I can't remember. But let's go down there and see if I can get some water. Yeah, okay, what an idiot. There is the name here. It's Rodalquilar, the name of the village. Today I thought the Badlands was gonna be a bit easier, but lots of climbing even today. Not sure why we're getting away from the sea. Sometimes it's a bit rough, the trail. I had some food in San Jose. Luckily the supermarket was open. I had food in my pannier, but I wanted to get some cold drinks, so that was good. And now we are getting to this beach. Is called Playa de los Genoveses. I think people from Genoa, they used to take their boats here. That's my wild guess. I was here already in the winter before going to Morocco for a hike, and I think I have some footage. Oh, what's going on here? Diversion. I have some footage of this beach in the winter at sunset with my drone. So yeah, I mean, it's not sunset now, but you can still enjoy it, I think. Different time of the year. It's very sandy here. At times there are surfers on this beach, depending if there is wind or not. That's it. I hope you enjoyed Playa de los Genoveses. Playa dei Genovesi. Cristoforo Colombo. Columbus maybe was here. He was from Genova. Although Spanish people say that Columbus is from Spain. That would be a major blow to my Italian education. In Italian books, it says Columbus was Italian. Now in Spain, I'm told that he was Spanish. That would be a major lie on Italian books. It wouldn't be the first one, to be honest. I would be chilling in the shade if I didn't get to Almeria, yes, within tonight. Because my friend left the keys of the apartment in a bar that is closed tomorrow. So I need to arrive before 10 o'clock in Almeria today. So I need to make constant progress towards Almeria. I think I could take a couple of hours off now and cycle later, but better be safe than sorry. This is a great service. Very great. Water in the road. From here on, the cars are not allowed. Another nice beach. Very pretty. They love fucking gates in Spain. Everything is a gate. Oh. Just about. It's hot, very hot. Beautiful, slow, climbing up. Yeah, I'll chill a little bit here. Finally heading down.
This way for 400 meters.
Finally. I think this was the last climb, hopefully. I'm getting very tired. I need to chill down, I need to cool down, but yeah, Cabo de Gata, and then it's all flat till Almeria down there, about 40 kilometers away from Almeria. It's very hot. And Badlands could not end easy. I need to cross this beach. This bit I need to push it because it's fine sand and the bike kinda sinks into it. So better to push it than wasting loads of energy trying to pedal it. The beach has been crossed. Now let's see how much sand there is till Almeria. "25 kilometers to Almeria. Almost there. Retamar. Retamar is a kind of a new suburb outside Almeria, 20 kilometers from Almeria. I stopped at the only supermarket that was open in Retamar. I was very thirsty. I bought 1 bottle of water because you can't really drink water in Almeria, and I wanted it cold. And I bought a bottle of iced tea, both 1.5 liters. I was really thirsty, I had to pay. I drank 1.5 liters bottle of Nestea, or it wasn't, I don't know if it was Nestea. It was an iced tea, anyway. In one go, basically. And then I drank also part of the water bottle, and the other ones is in the thermos. The never-ending beach, still quite far from Almeria. I think another hour to go. So tough riding on the sand. Very tough. Finally made it to Almeria. Almeria beach. Getting closer to the end. Badlands. Almost over. And this concludes the Badlands, I think. Almeria is where I started, is where I finished the Badlands. My 2 cents about the Badlands: very, very good route. Very, 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 very challenging. If you don't like climbing, don't even try. It's very, very challenging. I don't know, it's something crazy. I think it's over 1800 meters, the elevation on the map, but that's the theoretical one. When you actually do it, it doesn't compute exactly on the map all the elevation, so it might be at least 20% more. So I'd say 15-20% more, so you're over 20,000 meters of elevation gain for sure. It could be maybe 22,000. And yeah, it's crazy. I think 740 kilometers, something like that. It's there are very, very few parts that are a bit dull. And yeah, so very different landscapes. you get up from sea level. You go up to 3,250, the highest road in Europe. It's the highest road in Europe because on the other side is paved, so you can actually go up. But from the side that you do the Badlands is not paved, so technically it's not the highest road in Europe. No. What else? Very good. Don't do it when it's raining. Bad idea. There's mud everywhere, so if you do it when it rains, you're gonna be trapped into lots of places. Spend some time in Granada. How long does it take to do it? I am not sure, but I wouldn't budget more than I don't know 70-80 kilometers per day because it's very challenging. I was very heavy as usual, so maybe your mileage might vary a little bit, but realistically, I don't think it's possible to do more. I mean, it's possible to do, everything is possible, but if you want to enjoy it a little bit, don't do it more than 100 kilometers per day, ideally 60, 70. And you can get to also spend some time with the local bars, some local restaurants to have some tapas, some local food. I would spend a few days, as I said, in Granada because it's the best city in Spain, in my opinion. And yeah, do it. It's great, and it's a real adventure.